One of them out here in the middle. There she is. Ooh. Feels like that's good. Oh, you can. Hooked her all kind of weird. Ooh, somebody done caught her before. That eyeball. See you, girl. Out here in the middle, out in the abyss.
Welcome back to Colton Posey Fishing. Today, Colton and Brad are in pursuit of migrating fall bass and residential creek bass. This time of year fishing can be tough, but sometimes it is because we're looking in the wrong areas. So today, Colton is going to show you and explain what areas are most productive during the fall transition. Sit back and enjoy. Also do all the cool kid stuff like the video and subscribe.
The many fish I'm seeing out here in the middle, I don't think they're holding today. I think they're in that migratory stage. They may start moving closer out back where those folks was. Expect them to be piled up. I know I caught right in front of me a little island that sticks out, or point. I caught probably 12 off that one spot. There he is. Oh yeah, it's a nice one. That's a large head.
How about that?
Easy peasy.
Chunky monkey. Light colors though. Until it get cold on him.
Well, there's a bunch of brush over here. There he is. They piled up over here. Come on, little buddy. Yeah, boy, they are fading colors, ain't they? Little short, stubby little thing. It's a healthy fish. Golly, he hit that like a, golly. Dude, he snatched that so fast. Oh man. He sure did. I wasn't paying no attention. A little old mean spot. Man, it's fun the way they hit. So guys, today we're gonna be talking about areas that you really need to focus on in fall. It's like today, you know, we move out towards the main and the water's kind of stained. We move further back in the creeks and, you know, the water's more clear. The water's a lot cooler. On the main, we're dealing with 70-degree water temps. Back here, we're dealing with 64-degree water temps. Almost a 10-degree difference. So anyway, stay tuned to something you don't want to miss. Dude, he smashed it. Golly. Oh, wee whacker. Pretty little fish. Golly. He wanted it so bad. See you, buddy. So what we're focusing on, man, that was a fun bite, but So what we're focusing on, there's a lot of these fish and a lot of bait fish pushed out here in the middle of this creek. We're dealing with 64-degree water temps. So when these fish get in the middle, we are targeting them with, shad style baits. So stuff like that chatterbait, some crankbaits that are flat-sided, those tail spinners, those are really good options also. But those are typically the spots. It seems like a lot of the largemouth are moved up closer in the shallower water on isolated cover. So speaking of isolated cover, if you look over here, we've got one dock, we've got some cover right here. That fish just come off over where that dock rope is. So we're looking for areas like that, little isolated pieces of cover. Earlier in the video, you seen where we're catching some fish off of these isolated laydowns and stuff that are kind of spread out from the other ones. Those are areas that we're looking for. We're looking for isolated areas. Now, you may be asking, well, what part should I be focusing on? Well, it really depends on the lake and the water color and the water temp. So, out on the main lake, it's a little bit warmer. I say a little bit warmer. It's about 10 degrees warmer. And we're dealing with dirtier water, which can be good at times. But on this lake, it's typically not the best because for some reason the fish they move out and they suspend, so it becomes very difficult. So what we're looking for is areas in the backs of these creeks. I'm in a very, very long creek. I'm probably 8-10 miles back. I'm looking for shad activity. So the area, as I cruise up in this creek, I'm looking for more and more shad activity. And the more shad activity that I see, that's going to tell me if I need to stop and fish.
Today's weather.
Got a spot. It's another good one. Oh, come on. He's trying to come up. I can get him. There he is. There he is. Pretty old large head.
Still got some color, do you?
Yeah, he does. Got a little sore there on his lip. See you, bud. So now a lot of areas that I will never, during the fall, I will never pass up a flat. So anywhere there's a little flat area that's coming out with a drop off, 99% of the time during the fall, these fish will either be up on the flat or off of the flat. Now, they can also be some on the flat, like single bass, like that one that I caught. And then off of the flat, there may be several fish schooled up off of the flat. So, just kind of pay attention to those areas and use bait that mimic shad and bluegill. That's going to be one of the biggest things. And I think that's one of the things that, I think that's why me and Brad have so much success on the water, is simply because I stick to a lot of shad patterns, and from time to time I go to crawl or bluegill patterns. He, typically hangs out with the bluegill and the crawl pattern. So, mixing that up in the boat, it has made me realize, especially over the past couple of years, me and Brad's been fishing together, that a lot of times these fish that are on a shad pattern may not always eat the shad baits that you are throwing. Some of them will actually veer off and chase, bluegill and crawfish and stuff like that. And fishing with, if you've got a partner or something like that in the boat, you can do that. You can maximize your potential on the water by throwing a shad and a crawl pattern. There's one. Flipping old lay down. So guys, that's what I'm talking about. Isolated cover. I mean, you just got to cover a lot of water. A lot of water. Isolated cover, flats, anything that's a little off. You may have to hit it multiple times. So, just cover a lot of water, and I guarantee you'll catch a lot more fish this fall. I'll see you next time.